Alright everybody, welcome to Pocono for the Inspired Thunder Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth, bringing the action for tonight. Right now, Colt Ward on top of the speed charts in final practice with Mike Hauser, Matt Morrison, Jeffrey Peppers, Aaron Stanton, your top five. And right now, points coded to tonight. Well, practically Aaron Stanton at this point. Just needs to finish the rest of the races, and he will more than likely lock up the points. By season end, right now, 395 point lead over Colt Ward. Mike Hauser back by 553. Fisher back by 604. And Ben Milner out by 707 entering tonight. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? Right now, 30 seconds remaining in practice. Jeffrey Peppers in a beautiful Elliott Sadler base number 21. Or Ricky Rudd, ever how you want to look at it. Could be both. Actually, more Ricky Rudd. Sorry, inner geek coming out. And then there's Peyton Boyle with that Nilla number 3. Ooh. Alright, that one kind of steals the cake. That one kind of steals the cake for me. Alright. Nilla wafer car. Ironically, I paid $30 freaking for that car on Whatnot. Shouldn't have done it, but that was a long time ago. Daniel Lehman. Speaking of throwbacks, hot mama. Good God Almighty. Everybody showing up with class tonight, buddy. Daniel Lehman getting ready to lay down a qualifying lap along with Ty Mosley, Ty Wilson, pretty much the whole field. Travis Farmer in the Monster Energy machine. How about Chris Lowe, the dependable duct cleaner, number 69, Ford Taurus. Cleaning, my mistake. Getting set to get rolling. Sean Hamilton in the Wheaties. So another Earnhardt base paint job. However, looks really good on that number 61. Bobby Hadaway in the white monster machine. Come back to... Oh, and issues on the number 10. Ty Wilson and D&L number 55. Had a great run going in the Inspired 250 before it got ended prematurely. Right now, Ty Mosley, top of the board. Fisher clocks in third. Chris Loda, Ty Wilson will be a top 5. Fisher knocked down to 6th. As you look at the number 29, Reese's machine, really pedaling it just a little bit. Mosley across the line, second lap. Not quick enough. 54.480, Fisher top of the board. Sean Hamilton across the line, looking to improve his lap. P3, 54.76. Peyton Boyle, right now, 53.31, 7th quickest, looking for a gain here across the line for Peyton. And he gonna wreck that beautiful car. The 10th quickest. David Morinski. And another Reese's machine. Still to come, Stanton, Peppers, Ward, Lehman, Morinski. I think Lehman was not able to lay down lap time. I think he's opted to stay in the back. Matt Morrison, top of the board, and David into the wall. Well, Matt Morrison just proved the time again to 54.70. Morrison and I don't even know what kind of sponsor that is. Deliveroo. Regardless of what it is, the fast car, Mike Hauser clocks in second. Fisher, Hamilton, Ty Mosley would be your top 5 for tonight's running of the Inspired Thunder Series from Pocono. Alright. One of my favorite things. Well, first off, one of my favorite things about this gig is running through the starting lineup. And again, thanks to Collateral Damage Sports Network for making the sweet overlays. And they show us the starting grid for tonight. Matt Morrison, Mike Hauser rolls off for row number 1. Row 2, Elijah Fisher, Sean Hamilton. Row 3, Ty Mosley and Travis Farmer. Chris Lauda, Bobby Hadaway rolls off for row number 4. Row 5, Ty Wilson, Peyton Boyle. Row number 6, Daniel Lehman, Colton Ward looking to try to regain some of the points back to Aaron Stanton. Speaking of Aaron Stanton, he'll roll off next to David Morinski. And round out the field, Jeffrey Peppers from 15th. "70 laps on deck. Won't be a short one, won't be a long one. You can really see how massive this whole facility is as you look from on top of the broadcast booth where we're currently stationed at. And that turn 1, you can look at it and tell it has given some of the worst hits in the history of NASCAR and on iRacing. Then you get another look. I don't even know where this camera. I think this might be one of them drone cameras. But you see the massive straightaway before they hit the tunnel turn. Place literally shaped like a triangle. You know, what turn 4? So you can't dial up a couple drivers. We got a few minutes here. Matt Morrison, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
What's up, Garrett?
Well, rolling off from the front row tonight. This place is unique in its own right. Talked to a couple drivers throughout the week during practice sessions. A lot of them complaining about a tight race car. How big of an importance will tires be as we normally see at this place? It's more of a fuel mileage race, but how much do you feel like tires will come into play?
Tires will be a big play because of how tight it is and how much you're just turning the wheel to get the thing to turn. So tires will definitely wear out, I think, before fuel wears out. So just got to manage the tires. Try not to do too much in the car. If the car's not handling right, you know, make an adjustment to where you can get to at least turn. So it'll be big. It'll be fun tonight, I'm pretty sure.
But I will ask you this last question before I let you get ready in regards to that. Do you feel like it'll be possible for drivers to stretch the tires to match the fuel run? And really, how many laps of fuel y'all getting for my overlay?
I'm getting about 30 laps of fuel, so you could, I don't know.
31 to be safe.
It depends on how you drive. Like, if you're going to be super aggressive, you're going to wear your stuff out so fast. If you're a little cautious, you could make it 30. I mean, anything's possible, but it'll be how you do it. That's all it is.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have fun up there.
Yes, sir. So right now, field going down the back straightaway again. So we're going to estimate that the fuel will be somewhere around 30 laps at the max. May go a little bit more, may go a little bit less. We'll find out. Alright. We're rolling from Pocono. Right now, Matt Morrison working down the back straightaway, trying to get the lead back. Oh, Jeffrey Peppers hard into the wall. One car, we keep it straight. Hauser trying to get out to her lead. Elijah Fisher blends back into second. Hamilton, Lyotta, your top 5. One car spinning off into the grass again. David Morski. There's the caution. It'll save Jeffrey Peppers, who, I'm surprised that's not a beat ball, but the whole front clip of that car is destroyed. All right, well, we got a couple things to look at with the SDK Gaming Replay. Let's see what happens to Jeffrey Peppers. That looks like car just gets loose and steps out. Now, he's already loose to start with. Yeah, he's just fighting it all the way through the middle of turn 1. Finally steps out with him and into the safer barrier, which is better than hitting the concrete. Now for David Morski. What happens here? Gets a little loose. Stanton, nowhere really he can go, and he just slides. Just barely does get into the back of the 53. A hell of a save, though, to keep it off the inside retaining wall. But it will put us under the first caution of the night. Jeffrey Pepper's in the pits, getting damage surveyed. Couple of drivers coming in this time. Fisher's in, Lyotta. Nice pit box. Question is, lights red. Surprisingly, nobody can get no black flag or nothing. We'll have to wait and see. You gotta look at this long straightaway, only rival to Road America. Now, Elijah Fisher wins the race off the pit road. Fisher, Lyotta, Peyton Boyle. The top five. Ty Mosley and Travis Farmer both win the race off pit road. Kind of interesting taking tires. At least we assumed it took tires a long pit stop. Well, lights are out and kind of unique to what you normally don't see in Inspired. A lot of times these will be single file restarts instead of just traditional double file. Per request from a driver. What's up, Chronic? Per request from a driver, we're going to try to make this as retro as possible. I ain't going to say I can't go too retro with it, but we will try. Man, it is the Gen 4s after all. I do got one thing in mind, but I ain't tried it in so long. We'll try it. Just run the traditional ticker for a moment as we get set to get back to the action. We're rolling again from Pocono. Caution already. Unsure what for. Peyton Boyle. Man. And under caution again. Well, see what happened to Peyton Boyle on the STK Gaming replay. Bit of a stack up. Ty Mosley. Oh. Okay, so there's more to it. Man, hell of a camera shot. Let's look at it from the top here. I want to give us the best action. Well, it almost looks like, so there's a massive stack up from third on back with Sean Hamilton. Hamilton stacks up Ward. Ward stacks up to 10 to 55. Everybody diving to the bottom. Bobby Hadaway gets a piece of this. Aaron Stanton into the back of Peyton and into the wall. Losing the bumper. He may need that. And that's how we're under caution again. As I was saying, trying to keep it retro here. It's right on board with Peyton Boyle. We're back under caution again. As right now, Mike Hauser, your leader. So can't dial up Mike Hauser. Why not? Mike Hauser, Garrett Jeans up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Garrett?
Oh, not a whole lot. Leading, I actually racking in 5 bonus points for leading a lap. I'm trying to rake in the bonus points for leading the most laps. Now, I'm doing what you asked me to now. I want to try to, if we can get some green flag runs in, I'll try to incorporate cameras and all that. I got your classic ticker rolling across the top of the screen.
Oh, heck yeah.
So, as for tonight, right now that 43 machine looks faster than the caution. What's the pace like going full speed?
Yeah, this car's pretty darn fast tonight, I won't lie. We just got to stay on top of the tire management because this place will shred through tires. So it's a little bit of balance between, you know, pace and also managing your stuff. I don't think fuel's going to be too much of an issue. I saw some guys kind of pitted under the first yellow, but yeah, I just really hope we can, you know, lead the laps here and hopefully take home the checker flag, as this place means so much to me. And
hometown,
winning your home track would be awesome. Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to the reigning cup champion in his home track, Victory Lane.
That's what I'm hoping for. Thanks, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Well, right now, field getting set to go back. Mike Hauser, Matt Morrison, Sean Hamilton, Colton Ward, Ty Wilson, your top 5. Ty Mosley, Chris Lutta, David Morrinsky, Aaron Stanton, and Lehman will be your top 10. Daniel Lehman. All right. We're rolling again. Let's try it again. Hauser and Morrison out to a big jump. See Colt Ward looks to the bottom as you get a look at turn number 1 again. Right on board with Mike Hauser. .192 mile an hour through the tone turn. Now running back with Matt Morrison. Morrison able really to get it right on that white line, just a little bit lower than Hauser. Go and see how it helps as they work down the back straightaway. Right now, further back, the points leader, Aaron Stanton. They're going to run on David Morski. This is for the 5th spot. Morski going to try to cross him over. Stanton not quite able to get the run he wanted. Did a lot of bumper swiping. Right now, Ty Mosley has worked himself up into the 4th spot. We're trying to run down Colton Ward. Going further back, a couple of drivers that pitted a little ways back. Top 3 actually have not pitted yet. Morrison, Hauser, Colton Ward, Ty Mosley's took 4 tires. A lot of drivers. I mean, the strategy is alternating left and right. That's the top 10 as they run right now. Couple drivers who have already had to make repairs tonight. Jeffrey Peppers, 2 minute 42 seconds worth of repairs. Peyton Boyle, 1 minute 45. Bobby Hamilton, Daniel Lehman, 35 seconds, 9 seconds. Elijah Fisher, unless he had under a second worth of damage. I don't even know why his name's up there. Well, right now it is Mike Hauser continuing to lead over Matt Morrison. Yeah, but I think Morrison ever so slightly has ran down Hauser. We're going to be alternating back and forth from retro to modern. Try to keep everything kind of as simple to see as possible right now. This is how they run. Yes, everybody can see without having to wait for your favorite driver to come back across the screen. Battle for 4th back there raging on. Stanton around Ty Mosley. And Aaron's one of them. He's coming up through the field. About Daniel Lehman trying to make something happen. Well, I got to say, is a beautiful throwback machine. I always liked the Mountain Dew cars. Yeah, it looks like a Darrell Waltrip type of deal. Darrell Waltrip throwback look. Meanwhile, another one, not a throwback, but a legit sponsor for the 69, dependable duct cleaner. Or cleaning. Number 69, Chris Liotta. As we look at his stats so far tonight. Started 7th. Right now running 7th. Not made a net gain, but definitely not made a net loss. Right now just under, well, just under 7/10 of his fast lap. I ain't too sure how that negative number works underneath the mile per hour. Still working on that. Right now, Liotta, however, way up on the racetrack, right in that little fresh repave section. This is Legacy Pocono. This is not the new Pocono. As you can tell, you can still go flying into the trees like Casey Kane did a number of years ago. Well, right on board with a couple more drivers. Try to keep the retro night going. We're on board with Daniel Lehman right now, trying to run down Chris Liotta. Almost really hear him pedaling out the gas a little bit. Oh! Big time bobble. They ain't even got in the wall a little bit. Go back and look at it. Right now the action is intensifying, but he hit a rock. Trying to find it here. Right now, just trying to run down Liotta. Got paint and boil all over his back bumper. Then gets to the inside. Oh, he got the wall big time. Yeah, he's lost 2 spots because of it. Up at the front, Colton Ward. Right now, 1.4 back behind the leaders. I'm watching it now. That's actually that negative number. That's how far back I believe he is from the driver in front of him, which would be Matt Morrison. Speaking of Matt Morrison. Right now, lap car in the distance, and I believe that will be. I think that's going to be Peyton Boyd. No, that ain't going to be Peyton Boyd. That's going to be Jeffrey Peppers. Yep. Peppers already a rough night. Pretty sure the car not handling the way he wants it to. Look at Mike Hauser, 197. into turn number 1. Right now, First Inspire Marketing through the field. Right now, Mike Hauser, Matt Morrison. Right now are your leaders. I think the battle is starting to intensify as Jeffrey Peppers gets out the way. Colton Ward right now running 3rd. Aaron Stanton right now 4th. 1.4 back. Actually, never mind. 1.4 back into it. No, never mind. I'll just shut up about this little interval thing at the bottom. Ty Mosley trying to run down Aaron Stanton. Right now, a good run for Ty in the Reese's Ford Taurus. Up to 5th. Hasn't lost nothing, hasn't gained nothing. Travis Farmer making his way up through the field slowly up to 6th for Travis Farmer. Chris Lauder running in 7th. Peyton Boyle, 1 lap down right now in 12th. Sean Hamilton running in the 8th spot. Sean actually now 4 spots where he started tonight. Ty Wilson running 9th again. Mentioned earlier a great run in the Inspire 250. Unfortunately, it ended way too soon for Wilson. Still looking for that first win in Inspired. Elijah Fisher down 7th where he started. One of the first ones to pit under caution. Trying to offset the strategy game. But right now running in 10th. 13 seconds behind Mike Hauser. Bobby Hadaway running in 11th. Mentioned Peyton Boyle. Right now, again, running in 12th. Daniel Lehman, another one of them. Trying to get, well, actually, he is 2 down, so for Daniel Lehman, the best he can do right now is where he is running in 13th. Jeffrey Peppers in the pits, think trying to get more damage repaired in that 21 machine. David Morinsky right now 6 laps down in the 15th spot. That is your First Inspired Marketing through the field. Right now the gap has opened up to just over a second, just under a second, between Mike Hauser and Matt Morrison. Well, Mike Hauser, there you see it is still just under a second. Colton Ward trying to make up some ground. Let's actually look at the leader's last lap compared to Colton Ward's. Ward was barely quicker, just only barely. Well, in relation to Matt Morrison. See if we can't get a look. He was a 10th fast, or And he was a tenth quicker than Morrison the last lap. See what it is this time. Morrison quicker that time. Well, then the other thing you guys think about, pit stops more than likely coming up. Yeah, down to just under a quarter of a tank for Colt Ward. Yeah, but you gotta wonder what Mike Hauser is at. In case you cannot tell, I love this new overlay. And I've been using it a lot tonight. Well, alright, so Daniel Lehman in the pits. Along with Matt Morrison. Alright, this is big. So Morrison in this time, track being so big, we can actually take time. Look at the pit stops right now. Morrison looks like he's going to be putting on 4 tires. Imaginary pit crew goes around to the left side. Matt Morrison down and away. Alright, Hauser's in this time. Stanton will stay out. He'll lead a lap, get 5 bonus points. Speaking of bonus points, lap leaderboard. Oh. That's right, Matt Hauser's led every lap up until then. Aaron Stanton adds his name to the board right now. 5 bonus points going to Aaron Stanton. 10 bonus points going to Mike Hauser for leading a lap and leading the most laps. Biggest movers since the start. Aaron Stanton up 12. Wilson, Ward, Farmer Lyota all up 3. Best lap right now belongs to Colt Ward. But we'll reiterate this after green flag pit stops are done with. So Stanton leads in the big ass fans. Chevy Monte Carlo. I have not said that in a while. Ty Mosley trying to run him down. Gap under 2 seconds, 1.8. Big time gain for Mosley through turn 3. Well, the Inspire 250 champion, Travis Farmer, trying to run him down. But right now, they could probably go about another 2 or 3 laps. I want to take a fuel. As a matter of fact, we're about to get this system even more accurate. Well, I say that. We'll give it time here. Jeffrey Pepper's back out onto the racetrack. 7 laps down. Downshift? I ain't too sure what it was, but regardless, these drivers here, they're all the ones who took the time to pit under these cautions. While I say that, paint boils in. Painting already a lap down. But yeah, all these drivers here, they've all pitted amongst the rest of the cautions. For Ty Wilson, Sean Hamilton says they have yet to pit. So they ought to be in any time. Colton Ward says he's pitted. Yeah, might have the 3 laps. So right now, Ty Mosley, the longest one on this stint. And Mosley is running down Aaron Stanton. Yeah, there you see it, Mosley flashing E. David Morski's in. Mosley gonna stay out another lap. Ty Wilson in. Sean Hamilton in. Well, this is perfect, because these two have not pitted. This is their first time, so this comes on a 35-lap run, but I can also entail cautions as well. They won't be accurate, but right now it's enough. Well, the gap, Aaron's turning the afterburners back up 1.2 as they come off turn number 3 down this incredibly long straightaway. Honestly, believe you could land an airplane on this straightaway if you had to. I'm just saying. Well, I think the battle's about to start ensuing further back. Mike Hauser trying to run down Colton Ward, but he's got Matt Morrison all over him. Morrison has played catch up to Hauser all race. Ty Mosley is in. Well, it's Hauser. One car in the wall. Oh, Bobby Hadaway. And he has destroyed that number 52 machine. What in the name of Mike? We're going to see if this warrants a caution. Tires down. You can look at it and tell. Either that or he has massively broken the whole right front hub on that machine. Right on board with him and see what happened. It just let go. Oh! Man. We're wondering how far would tires last. We just found out. One more on board. Here from the driver's side. Well, Bobby Hadaway's night is done. And for the sake of it, Bobby Hadaway, we got to quit making a habit of this now.
I agree. That was stupidity.
Did you have any indication that the tire was going to let go?
No, and I don't think the tire let go. I went to hit my brake and I hit my clutch instead.
Oh.
So, there it was just stupidity.
Well, you could let me wing it for you, because honest to God, I thought the tire had gone down. Which is
it may have. I don't know. It went to the wall.
It looked like that. Buddy, I do think that sometimes they probably don't tell you this, but I do think sometimes they'll like sneak into the software. You know, a random event could happen. A motor could unexpectedly blow. I've had that before. Just unexpectedly blow up out of nowhere. Didn't do nothing wrong. Component failure, tire let go. I mean, honestly, it would not surprise me if they've added that in there, along with brake feed. But up until then, it was a decent night going for the 52 inside the top 10, top 12. Always one of the things that you were noticing tonight with these cars. Did they ever get any looser?
No, it didn't get looser at all. Or mine didn't. Mine kept getting tighter and tighter. And I was having to put more and more brake in it, and I kept playing with my brake bias. And I mean, it was driving pretty well. I was actually getting ready. I was going to make one more lap, and I was going to pit. And then my dummy self, I run her in the wall.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight nonetheless. Look forward to seeing you at Five Flags on Monday.
I'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Bobby Hadaway. Still believe a tire went down. Right now, Colt Ward for the lead on Elijah Fisher. Ward stuffs it into the bottom. Here comes Mike Hauser to make it a three-car battle for the lead. Fisher swaps him over. Here comes Hauser to the outside. Well, Fisher's in, so that will hand the lead over to Colt Ward, who will get 5 bonus points. Well, he has got to handle Mike Hauser now. So Ward's going to use Peppers as a pick. Going to block Hauser in momentarily. 28 laps to go from Pocono. Ward doing a good job holding off Hauser. You look at Colt Ward, and right now, about quarter of the way gone already. Mike Hauser just a little bit more, right at halfway, and Hauser for the lead. Ward's going to fight him for it. And Ward with a power move on the top side. Got him a set of goodbyes on that car. They'll open it back up to 0.3 of a second. Meanwhile, Matt Morrison hanging out. Just behind him. .26 laps to go, 25 at the line. Mike Hauser doing everything he can to get around Colt Ward. And Ward fires it right back into turn number 1. We're about to see here. Look at the run Hauser's getting. Got a bobble. Had a great run off the corner. You saw it shifting. Then had that one little bobble. Still has a small run, but not near what it was. Going to set up this tunnel turn and try to build the run there. Oh, hard into the wall. Don't think it hurt the car all that much. Well, if you just joined us tonight, you're wondering what all you missed. Colt Ward's your leader. Mike Hauser has led the most laps tonight. 2 cautions early on, 4 official lead changes. And to further iterate that, we look at the movers and shakers updates. Fastest 5 for 5 right now, Travis Farmer on the 5-lap average with a 55.23. Best lap so far tonight, Colt Ward with 54.49. Well, you see the laps. 5 different leaders. Elijah Fisher, Chris Laota both led 1 lap. Ward's leading his 7th and counting. Aaron Stanton led 10, but Mike Hauser has been the dominant car of the night at 29 with 23 laps to go. These Gainers, Colt Ward up 11. No shock there. Aaron Stanton up 9. Peppers, Travis Farmer, Ty Wilson, they are your biggest movers of the night. And drivers who have had to add to the repair bill. Daniel Lehman, 8 minutes worth of damage. Peppers, 7. Daniel Morski, 4, just shy of 5 minutes. Paint Boyle, a minute 45. That is your race update with 22 laps to go. I think right now, I think Hauser's just trying to regroup, sell it back in. Hauser sniffing it. He's there on Colt Ward. Oh, he's pitting. What an interesting turn of events. This might be the strategy call. Short pit it. Yeah, he still got a quarter. I'm perplexed, to say the least. I'm anxious to see how this affects Ward and Morrison. Alright, well, this is exactly what it'll do. It'll force Ward. Black flag for Colt Ward! Oh, my Lord. Matt Morrison in the pits, and I wonder. Back it up, back it up. I wonder. Look back at it here. Get ready to slow it down. I wonder if these lines have anything to do with it. Oh, yes, they do. He is outside of the commit line. Oh, man. So Colton Ward, I believe, I just fumbled this race. Right now, Stanton leads. Yet to come in this time. Well, how long does Stanton play it? Well, obviously, Stanton won't make it. Like, we know that. 18 to go, half a tank. Oof. I question it. All right, let's look at something here. I don't think he'll be able to make it, but never say never. So we look at the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy report. First time Stanton went 32 laps on a tank of gas. Right now, make it 15. 32. Stanton just might, and I mean just might, save the fuel. Question is it going to be the tires that last? This is one of these things where for people who ask us, well, why do you look at the whole race in the final 50 laps? Because this is why. This right here is why. You question the gamble that started really when he pitted on lap 6. Pull it back up. When he pitted earlier, 6 laps in, then ran 32, you got to wonder, will them 6 laps be enough? Will 6 laps plus the 32 lap stint be enough to get Aaron Stanton the victory lane? Because you look where Stanton's at now, 21 seconds back behind him, Mike Hauser. To kind of put that into correlation, we're going to get rid of the ticker for a moment. Pull up the track map. So let's see. See, can't find old Aaron Stanton. So Stanton here. Okay, hold on. Do it by car number. So there you see Stanton. And here's Mike Hauser. Hauser obviously highlighted in green. I know he's got a lot of numbers around him. That is the gap. So that's 21 seconds that Hauser has to make up if Stanton can make it on fuel. Right now, further back, Ty Wilson and Sean Hamilton, they're starting to brew into a battle for the 7th position. Right now, however, Ty Mosley. I thought Ty Mosley was around. Might have been getting confused with Morrison. What? Oh no, where's Ty Mosley? What in the world has happened to Ty Mosley? Let's see what happened. What in the name of Mike? Goes into the corner. Oh, him and Morrison come together. A hell of a save. Kissed the wall, however. It's probably broke that machine. Man. That's a great run for Ty Mosley. It'll come to an end. Well, the gap now 19 seconds with 13 to go. Ty Wilson in the pits. Well, line and wait. think Stan, I think he is desperately trying to save the fuel. Let's look at it again. Down on a quarter. Ty Mosley done for the night. Well, probably right side of that race car killed. Big 10 to go. Next time by for Aaron Stanton. Matt Morrison. Well, Chris Loud of Mountain State right now running in fourth, and a hell of a rebound for Chris. Ran in the bottom half of the top 10 the majority of the night. Up 3 spots where he's starting, I think. He is trying to save it. Matt Morrison trying to run down Mike Hauser. Only time will tell. 10 laps to go for Stanton. Need 9 next time by. We'll now look back at Elijah Fisher. Right now for Elijah Fisher, started third. Right now running in the 5th spot. Trying to run down Chris Lowe, a former teammate. Pretty much if you look at Mad Falcon Motorsports, I mean the whole dynamic of that team has practically shifted. Travis Farmer now with them. Tyler Stone and Matt Siders left Inspired Motorsports to run with Mad Falcon Motorsports. Robert Wilhoit for Full Throttle Union, now Pristine Performance Motorsports. A lot of changes throughout the off season. Of course, Zero Delta Racing still has Ben Milton, Dustin Walney, Ben Kennert, James McConnell, Ryan Hendon leader. New team, Paul Menard Racing, or Menard Racing rather. Jesse Glover, Jagger Glover, Chris Lauda, Stephen Henning Jr., Jeffrey Peppers, Matthew Scott. We just mentioned about Pristine Performance Motorsports, Hot Shot, Josh Henderson. Of course, Mike Hauser, the reigning Cup champion. Justin Greenlee, Pacey, and Pacey Wisnett. Or Wygett, my mistake. Yeah, I probably try butchered it again. Well, might as well keep going through the new teams that you will see throughout the remainder of the Thunder Series. You'll see throughout the remainder of the Truck Series. And definitely the Cup Series. So yeah. Other Wing Motorsports, Levi Ramsey, Carter Schwab, Trent Jones, H&W Motorsports, not really much change there. Shasta Hadaway, Jason Williams, Bobby Hadaway, Hayden Williams. And right now, the loners who right now, the points leader, Aaron Stanton, is trying to increase this gap again. But they do have Aaron Stanton, Colt Ward, Ethan Sikorsky, Cade Cannon, and Matt Morrison. First Time Motorsports, Tony Lane, Joseph White, Bobby Holloman, Bigfoot Enterprise, Ty Wilson, Kurt Gibson, and Sean Holloman, or Hamilton rather, I'm sorry. And then my boys, Juan Cobbs Jr. and Ty Mosley. For Third Lane Racing, Bump and Run Motorsports, Crispy Lou Descartes, Thomas Hernandez, Clayton Davis, and then I think lastly, Global Motorsports, Peyton Boyle, Daniel Lehman, Cole Gasnell, David Morski, Jordan Herring, and Miguel Carrillo. Sorry if I mispronounced that one. That is the teams for the remainder of the seasons. And right now, 4 laps to go for Aaron Stanton. We're going to check in on the fuel again. Oof. It is right there, and of course this might not be dead accurate. Right now it's just an estimated that right now he is praying that he makes it. Well, look at it again. Well, time will tell. 16 seconds right now. Hauser is probably hoping Stanton does not make it. 2 laps to go. Next time by. All right. Make it or break it. I think, just maybe, he is going to have enough. White flag. 1 to go for Aaron Stanton. Right now, he will steal. He's going to steal the additional 5 bonus points for leading the most laps in the most dramatic way possible. We asked Matt Morrison at the top of the show, would it be tires or fuel that mattered tonight? For Aaron Stanton's case, it was fuel. Through turn 3 for the final time. The plan works. The strategy works. Aaron Stanton will go to victory lane at Pocono. What a gutsy call. For Aaron Stanton, he'll blow the points lead even bigger. Win number 8 of the season for the driver of the 27 from the Loners, Mike Hauser. A hell of a run tonight, but it will be one spot short. Matt Morrison comes on third. Lyotta Fisher, Farmer, Colt Ward, Sean Hamilton, Peyton Boyle, Jeffrey Peppers, your top 10. I think he's out. let's just be sure. Sean, he's still got a little bit in the tank. Oh, buddy. I don't think he'll be doing much celebrating. I think he was out of gas either way. Aaron Stanton, the strategy call worked, I'd say pretty good.
Listen, Garrett, I just can't lose. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but I do know something. Every time you say you hate a damn track, you end up winning at it.
I won a fuel strat race at Pocono. I am not good at either of those things.
Well, it'll be win number 8 of the year. Already almost a 400-point lead entering tonight. That'll definitely extend. Is it now just try to get as many wins as you can and see how it plays out?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even really expecting to win this race. I mean, hell, both my teammates and Mike were all faster than me tonight. I was just trying to, for the first run when I was behind them, I was just trying to figure out the place and trying to figure out what they were doing. And then I realized, I was like, shit, if I just push it the extra little bit this run and then try to fuel, save the whole next run, I could probably pull this off if we don't get a caution, and it all worked.
Well, buddy, were you surprised that there weren't a little bit more cautions than what there was, or did you kind of figure once people got spread out that it was kind of going to boil down to a strategy race? And honestly, were you thinking more tires than fuel at one point during this long run?
The beginning, I was thinking tires because I was like, I didn't think we were going to get the long run to the end. So, that first, stint, after the couple cautions, that first stint, I was, just trying to figure out the track and trying to figure out what the tires were going to do. Essentially just riding, what was it, 4th or 5th?
Yep.
And
something like that.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out the place. I was honestly not that fast.
Well, humbled as ever. Buddy, last question I got before I let you head out of here tonight. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Garrett, for broadcasting every week, and thanks Elijah and all of them for putting it all together. It's always a blast.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Aaron Stanton will win the field mileage game to come home the winner and win number 8 of the Thunder Series and at Pocono. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Yep, thanks, Garrett.
Well, Well, unfortunately for Mike Hauser, buddy, to walk us through the race, really, at what point? I wouldn't necessarily say where did it go wrong because you look like the class of the field tonight, but just walk us through the race from Mike Hauser's perspective.
I mean, yeah, I think we had the best car there. We had the best speed, and I guess they kind of just play out of the strategy. So, props to Aaron for that. I mean, I didn't think he would be able to make it, and as we started getting closer, I'm like, I guess he can make it. I just thought it would be better to do the two pit call there. Like I said, I thought we had a lot of speed. I mean, Colton got in front of us, he short pitted us, and it was super hard to get by him there. And then I thought I had to short pit him, and once I got in front of him, or I guess he had a penalty, I thought the race was mine there. And here Aaron comes and he's able to make it on fuel. So really sucks, man. I wanted to win this race so bad, and you want to win at your home track, and I love this track so much, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be tonight. Aaron's getting mad at me on the radio. I was kind of busting his balls a little bit. I said he caused a wreck in the beginning and he got enough fuel to make it because of that. But I mean, he played the right strategy there, and yeah, he likes to say he hates this track and he's gonna play it all nonchalant. How oh yeah, I knew I had it. But I felt like we had the best speed there tonight. I just, like I said, sometimes you can have the best car and things don't go your way, but P2 really stings. But it is what it is.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, I'll ask you the same question I just asked him. Did you expect at the start of this race to it being more of a tire game, and then when did you realize it was going to be more of a fuel game?
Yeah, I thought it was a tire game at the beginning, and I thought I was doing a really good job managing my stuff. I led the first 29 laps, and then Aaron he swooped in for that most lap slip bonus, unfortunately. But
By one.
It was kind of around. Yeah, one lap. But unfortunately, yeah, like around lap 60, I was like, oh god, Aaron might be able to make it here. He hasn't pitted yet. I was trying to do the math in my head, and I couldn't remember what lap he pitted, but once I kind of did the math, I'm like, yeah, he's probably saving, and like he had a whole like 18 seconds on me, so he could probably coast half a lap on fumes and be fine still. So props to him on running that strategy, I guess. But man, oh man, that sucks.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight nonetheless for you and the pristine Performance Motorsports. I said that 5 times fast.
It's tough.
I ain't going to try it, not on the broadcast anyway. But other than that, I won't keep it very long tonight because it sounds like this place wore you out. How hard was it? We were watching your car along with everybody else's, and man, it was taking in bumps like it was rough. Like, how was it?
This place is pretty physical, I won't lie. Turn 1 is probably like the bumpiest of all of them. I mean, turns 2 and 3 I think I had pretty well, but yeah, turn 1 really bumpy, especially on the exit, just trying to get the gas down there. And there were a couple times where I was a little loose on exit. But yeah, very, very bumpy, very physical track, but that's what makes it so much fun. And I had a blast tonight, even though I didn't win, but
well, Mike,
that felt great, just leading laps.
I do want to. I know I said I was going to let you go here, but I do want to pick. I do want to pick your brain because I just remembered. Because these cars ran as the Busch cars as well, if I was not mistaken, for a while. You think maybe because I heard a lot of people complain about how the bumps were really affecting the car. You think these? If you remember that one episode of the Dale Jr. Download, where they were talking about them pull down shocks.
Yes.
I wonder if they are on these cars. Just by how I was looking, dude, them cars, they were hitting them bumps, and buddy, I could imagine if it was the real thing, it would not have been comfortable. But I wonder if them shocks are on these cars.
They have to be. I think that's 2003, 2004, 2005 was right when that took place. That's where these cars are from. So I'd assume they have those pull-down shocks. And I remember Dale Jr. talking about going
gets that spoiler out in the air, but by God, it beats y'all to hell for the way you described.
It's pretty physical, but it was a blast. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Well, buddy, now last question I got for you. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, no, thank you for putting on the broadcast as always. I'll get to go back and watch it, even though it'll probably stink a little bit. But and thank you, Elijah and the admins, for putting the race on, putting this league on for us. Just want to thank Pristine Performance for letting me race here tonight. Gonna be the only one showing up for them for a little bit, probably until we can get Justin in the race. But and then shout out to Aaron again. I know I'm gonna be a little salty. I'll go in there and he's probably gonna bust my balls, but you know, he earned the victory. At first, like I said, first on the radio, I came over and I was a little salty. It was really bad, but yeah, I'll get over it.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight nonetheless. Mike Hauser will go home second from Pocono. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yep. Now I'm going to drop him right into the loaners. Oh, speaking of loaners. Well, Matt Morrison, the pole-winning car, will have to settle for third. Walk us through the night from the 06 perspective.
It was tough. I had speed. We all had speed. I could get close to him, and then I couldn't do anything. So it was kind of frustrating, but it was fun. Like, honestly, that was way funner than I thought it was going to be. Tire wear didn't really play into a huge factor like we all thought it was going to, but it was still pretty fun.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, I was just talking to Mike about them old pull-down shocks that the Busch cars and the Cup cars ran at one point. I believe the Cup cars did, but really, do you feel like that kind of, if they are on these cars, I do some research to find out, but if they are on these cars, do you feel like that maybe had a lot to do with the handling of the bumps tonight? And really, how physical was it behind, like, force feedback and all that? I know we don't get this technical on the broadcast. We normally don't, but how much really could you feel the car with the force feedback? How, like, was it as aggressive with the steering wheel trying to knock it around, or was it kind of smooth, manageable? Take us through that.
It was rough, man, especially like turn one, all those bumps on the bottom. Yeah, I could definitely feel the wheel wanting to, like, you get light and get heavy and then get light again, and then yeah, in the tunnel when you would accidentally like hit the curb there, it would knock you around quite a bit. So yeah, maybe these cars do have that. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty physical. I mean, I don't sweat often, but I was sweating tonight.
Well, buddy,
I'm glad I finally actually got something out of this. Like, I didn't think I led a lap, but apparently I led one. So I'm actually kind of like okay with this third place right now.
well, I'm going to ask you now, with that being said, and I don't expect you to, but we'll see here. But let's see, MRL coming up. Oh, from Michigan. Are you interested in running midnight tonight and trying to go up 2 more spots, or did this place wear you out that bad?
Yeah, I can't run midnight anymore. We moved houses, and so yeah, I'm in the bedroom now. So the wife would be sleeping while I'd be doing that, and so
You can be
I
quiet,
might come
can't you?
dude.
Not with Aaron. Not with Aaron and him.
Not with Aaron. No. I might get lucky and run maybe a couple throughout the year, but yeah, it's kind of hard to run the midnight stuff now. But I mean, with those guys are tough anyway. Like, I got lucky last year at Pocono, but other than that, like, best I got was
it was a lot smoother Pocono too.
Oh, that's right too. Well, plus the leaders wrecked anyway, so I got lucky.
Yeah, really. Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Most importantly, I gotta thank the wife. She helped me design the car I was running tonight, so it looked good personally, and so I'm happy that I was able to finish it for her. Gotta thank you, Garrett. Gotta thank Elijah. Gotta thank all the other admins for putting this on. I think this car is a good choice. I'd like to run a whole league in this car. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Why didn't you say that before? Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Keep going.
Yeah, thank everybody for coming out. I gotta apologize to Ty. He was he was on a different strategy, and I was pushing real hard, and I clobbered the back of him, and I feel really bad about that. But yeah, other than that, just thanks to everybody for coming out, and thanks to all the viewers, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks for everyone coming out.
Now, I do want to. Now look, now I'm going to have to get on the phone with your boss, cause I ain't got the damn money to fix that race car. So, we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to figure out something. I mean, I know. I mean, we know Aaron. I mean, we know Aaron around here. As much as he talks and whatnot, he got enough money to fix my race car. So
yeah, I just drive. I just show up and drive. So that's all him. He takes care of the finances. So I would.
Yeah,
gripe with him, not me.
I will definitely. All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight. Matt Morrison comes home third from Pocono.
Yep. Thanks, Garrett.
Yes, sir. We can't get Chris Lowe in here since he's requesting an interview. Chris Lowe, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
I do. Was a lovely 4th place.
Well, walk us through the night. I've asked this question in a long time. I don't know why I'm going full geek mode on the broadcast here, but honestly, your honest opinion, what made these cars take to the bumps of this track so aggressive tonight? Or did you not really feel it was that way?
I know where this is leading because I was hearing the broadcast before you pulled me in. I definitely do think that they were using the pull-down shocks back in the day. So I think they were attached to this car.
I got to research this.
It is just a bouncy car. That's all it is.
It's just a bouncy car.
It is a bouncy car. That's all I can tell you.
Well, bouncy indeed. As we go throughout the schedule, of course, this was a great run for the dependable duct cleaning number 69 Ford Taurus tonight. As we go forward throughout the season, do you feel like these types of things that we saw tonight with this car, do you feel like that's going to play a factor in the remaining 3 races we have with this Gen 4 machine? Or really, do you feel like it's going to be better on some tracks compared to this one? Really, what's your expectations in this stretch of the season and going forward as we start to wind down the Thunder Series?
These cars suck. No, I'm joking. No, I honestly think that it could move along forward, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't have really high expectations. I don't know how long I'm gonna be running Saturdays for a bit until what comes along. So we're just running as many races as I can. That's an open opportunity for us.
Well, buddy, of course we know the whole deal there, and I wish you and your family luck on that going forward. But
hopefully they're watching the stream, but I bet you they aren't because it's late for them. But
oh, bullcrap! My mama goes to bed at 6:30. What you mean late?
For them they go to bed at like 8 now. So but no, in all seriousness, love you, Mom. We got you a 4th place with your name on the car. So
well,
maybe a good luck charm, maybe not. We'll find out.
Well, buddy, last question I got, because I feel like this track kicked everybody's tails tonight, physicality wise. But is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I just want to thank Elijah for making this a goddamn fuel-saving race. And I'm sorry for the GD that is being used, but holy crap, I didn't have to work so much. Other than that, thank Teresa, thank everybody else on the admin team and the admin board. Thanks, family. Thanks to all the sponsors that come out and sponsor us. Remind me never to do a race with this car again.
Oh, come on. It was not that bad.
I honestly had high hopes that I was gonna personally be wrecking myself by lap 1 in the pit road wall and just going to sleep. I'm tired as hell.
Well, buddy, I won't keep you much longer. A hell of a job tonight. Chris Lauda comes on fourth from Pocono. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Have a good night, chat.
Yep. All right, last one. 'Cause I ain't got long here. Well, it ain't never a bad thing, neither, to have a lot of broadcasts. A lot of interviews, I should say. It ain't never a bad time. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, right now I'm 4 for 4. So I'm going to ask you, did this car kick your butt tonight physically?
Not really, to be honest.
Okay, so we're 4 for 1. Elijah just more buff than everybody else.
I don't know. Seasoned. Seasoned.
Well, walk us through tonight, really, from your perspective. We saw you earlier. Now I'm gonna try to get my ducks in a row here. Let's see. Pitted under the first 2 cautions, win a 34-lap run, and then the final 29. Really, did the strategy kind of throw everybody for a loop, or did everybody, yourself mainly, have in the back of their mind, this may turn into more of a fuel race than a fuel race more than a tire game, because when the race started, everybody, it seemed like, was worried about tires, but then it swapped to the fuel game. At what point did you feel like it was going to run down to a fuel game, or was it there in the back of your mind from the get-go?
Honestly, I think from the get-go, I was thinking it's for sure a 2-stopper. I mean, we got about 31 or so laps of fuel, and after those first couple of cautions, I thought like maybe we could cut down some of the extra laps, and I felt like us going green at lap 9 was a good opportunity because 31 and 32, 62, so we were up there by about a lap, but race pace was kind of knocking that down a little bit, so I was a little bit concerned about it. And I don't know. I went into really heavy save fuel. Learned a couple things that I was doing wrong. I mean, I haven't done it a whole lot, but I definitely could have got a little bit more out of the car. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm always on the wrong side of strategy in Thunder Series. I mean, things happen on Saturday nights for me, I guess.
Well, buddy. Yeah. You know how I felt for the longest time back on the console days. That's but. Yeah. And even then, I still won, but there was a controversy behind it. But anyway, we ain't going to worry about that now.
Gotta stay above the double yellow, Garrett.
From my camera angle, I got forced. That's how I view it. But regardless...
we don't have to go over that.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you whenever you come to iRacing, you'd be able to review stuff a whole lot easier and a whole lot better than what you were on the console. I told you that. You cannot deny it. But
oh, yeah. You did.
As for tonight, I'll ask you the same question again. Well, I say it again. I've asked every driver. Now, you say you didn't have much of an issue with it. But, and of course, it could be just a matter of feedback's perspective. But really, how much were you working the wheel tonight with this car?
Not, for me, I guess, I'm going to assume everybody was kind of saying it's a lot of it had to do with the bumps.
Yep. I just had a full-blown conversation with Mike, Matt, and Chris about them old pull-down shocks from back in the day. Wondered they were put on these cars. Because you look at the broadcast, you can see turn 1. Them damn wheels, they're working. They're getting their money's worth around them bumps in turn 1, mainly. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, like, I knew it was gonna be bumpy, and I guess like it just, I don't really get affected from that as much. Like my thing is, it's the longer races that tend to drive me a little bit more on that edge. But I don't know. I
understand completely.
I think like I just go out there and I just drive, and I don't know.
I understand completely. Let me run this by you.
I mean, part of it might just be too. I mean, I've been using a wheel for 5 years consecutively for how long, and it's just I don't know. It just comes natural. Like if there's extra bumps, I had my feedback set at a spot that was pretty good, and I guess maybe what helps too is just having a Thrustmaster wheel. These things are great.
Well,
Oh no.
Well, shoot.
Maybe throw in the sponsor plug. We get our LMNT electrolytes in middle of the race and mix that up and get that in. So maybe that's part of it and it gives me a little more go. It's not an energy drink, but get your salt and your electrolytes while you're in the car. I don't know. I'm trying to plug in anything I can because I don't.
Well, that's great. 'Cause I was gonna run it by you. Let's run a 600-mile race in season 4 for the Cup Series.
Gosh.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell no.
Oh hell yeah! Come on now.
Hell no.
Oh, why
you can
not?
You stay up till midnight broadcasting that.
I did the other night.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
All right, that's just a consideration, but a hell of a job tonight, nonetheless, for the driver of the 16. Last question I got before I let you head out of here tonight. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I'll just keep it short. God, you, mom, family, friends,
Sponsors.
fans, I guess. I don't know.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Elijah Fisher comes home 5th from Pocono. He'll turn his attention next week to 5 Flags. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Thank you, sir.
Jesus, another interview. Okay, let's see. Well, Ty Mosley Knight will come home not how you wanted it to. Walk us through the contact. Walk us through the contact between you and Morrison off back in the tunnel turn.
So I got touched. Turns out Gen Force can't fly. But we tried to. Took a little bit of flight there. I guess so. I had been doing that the whole run. I thought he had seen it. I thought I was being very clear about that. I was lifting because I had to save fuel. I was lifting at the second sign there, clutch in, just drag a very nice 5-10% of brake, and then let the car rotate. Get on the curb. Just chillax, have fun, save some fuel, get the car rotated. That whole second run, it drove a lot better for me because I was by saving fuel, I was using that clutch and kind of getting the rear kicked out. But the contact with him, I guess I just should have been more clear about that I was lifting at that point.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, we saw how the cars can handle the bumps and everything. How much did handling up until the point where you had to unfortunately retire from the race? How much handling was going into the cars? How much of a problem was it going to be? And at some point, did you feel like it was going to be more fuel than tires at that point with it going green the whole time?
I wasn't super concerned about the tires. I just know that I can save tires pretty well naturally, just how I drive. I was definitely a little concerned in practice about how I was going to get the car rotated, but as once the bottom got rubbered up a bit, it was definitely a little bit looser in my opinion, or it rotated better, and I kind of just used that. But yeah, no, they were loose at one point. I don't know if you count on the broadcast, but I had to save the hell out of it out of one on the very first lap of the race, because every single other lap I've ever done, it was not that loose going in there. But yeah, I personally didn't have too much of a problem with the bumps. Turn 2 was a little tricky to get down early on, but then I got into a rhythm and I was fine. I just never driven the Legacy Pocono before, so the bumps in 1 can be annoying, but as long as you hit them in the right way and you get in the throttle at the right spot, once you figure that part out, it's pretty simple to get through 1. So I didn't have too much of a problem with it, but I know there's quite a few other people that probably have other things to say.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight nonetheless.
Not really.
Well, you know how I am.
You don't have to flatter me, Garrett.
Oh, brother.
We destroyed another beautiful race car.
That's a damn good-looking race car. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody else you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Family. family, friends. I want to thank you for being the team owner, putting on the broadcasts. I want to thank the man upstairs. And I want to thank Alex Penn, Charles Wimbley, and Noah Oswald-Eston for teaching me everything I know about how to turn left and go fast. And hopefully next time we won't get wrecked.
Well, buddy.
No, I feel bad. Nah, I got upset with Matt on the radio, but I should have been more clear. Hopefully it won't happen again and we'll be okay, but I didn't want to say that. I don't feel like I got wrecked. I just should have been more clear.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight nonetheless. Ty Mosley comes on 12th tonight for the Thunder Series. He'll turn his attention next week to Five Flags. A hell of a job tonight nonetheless, buddy.
Yep.
Final results come as follows for tonight. Aaron Stanton, Mike Hauser, Matt Morrison, Chris Lota, Elijah Fisher, top 5. Farmer Ward, Hamilton, Peyton Boyle, Jeffrey Peppers, the top 10. Daniel Lehman, Ty Mosley, Ty Wilson, Bobby Hadaway, and David Morsky will be the 15-car field for tonight. And with that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Congratulations to Aaron Stanton, are in order, win number 8 of the Thunder Series. And I will see everybody Monday night for Five Flags. Until then, take it easy and have a good one.